Hello, everybody. Is everything on? Let me just make sure everything's on. As you can tell, I'm not home right now, but I'm committed to making a video every day because I gotta get these. I said a long time ago, like sometime in, I don't know if it was February or April or something, that I was gonna make 100 videos before I turn 30. And I'm pretty behind on that, and I pretty much have to make a video every single day from now until December in order for me to make it. So I'm here and I'm making a video, and I don't know what I'm gonna make a video about, but I figured I would just come on here with some energy, and let me just see if I can get a little bit more lighting here. Oh, maybe this might help. This here might help a little bit. What is it? You can't take better than me. You can't take better than me. You can't take better than me. Hold on, wait. Sometimes I have things to say, but a way to say them doesn't immediately come to mind. You know what I mean? There's been There have been a lot of stories coming up in my head. Oh, hello. My name is Cassandra and welcome to my temple. I talk about, what do I talk about? Deconstructing oppressive narratives, deconstructing internalized oppressive narratives, and replacing them with ones that lead to liberation. I'm out of breath because I was just doing that thing that I don't know if I'm going to keep in the video or not, but I talk about deconstructing oppressive narratives, and there have been a lot of narratives about turning 30. There comes a time in life, and I've experienced this quite a few times before in my life, which is just like, you can either care and try to hold everything together and try to project the appearance of the story that feels the safest, or you can just like say, no, I don't want to subscribe to this narrative. I don't want to give power to this narrative, even though it might give me the appearance of power if I do something, if I subscribe to this narrative, but ultimately the power that narrative has is false. It's fake. It's not actually what I want to do. I just think that's a really important thing to realize, especially as you get older, that there are going to be narratives that come up. See them, acknowledge them, and just be like, I'm not subscribing to that. A lot of the narratives that come up about career and stuff, and popularity and what success looks like. I have seen so many successful people miserable, and I don't want miserable success. Figuring out how to have enjoyable success, fulfilling success, might take a little bit longer. The identity that we build a career on sometimes isn't who we actually are. I've seen a lot of older people in great careers that they're not really happy in. And I think it was seeing that made me extra apprehensive of building something for myself that I wasn't completely sure about. So in my 20s, I was building a sense of self that felt steady. I don't think I was steady enough in my 20s to start building something in the world. I was building myself first, and I don't know if it's right or wrong. I'm sure there's a way I could have done it, but I didn't know, you know? Hindsight is 20/20, right? Sometimes you can start building something and pivot, and that's all okay too. We all are on different journeys. I guess I want this video to be for those people who feel ashamed about where they're at. It's so easy. It's so easy to feel ashamed about who you are and where you're at. And there are so many stories that we can subscribe to that make us feel that way, that make us feel that we do have something to be ashamed of. But we're all on very different journeys. And that's okay. It's good. That is good. The important thing is having a stable sense of self from which to build your life upon. I falter and I make mistakes, but all with the intention of finding balance. Balance takes time. You have to wobble around for a long time before you can learn to build those muscles that create stability. The dopamine spikes and the sadness, and the dopamine spikes and the sadness. And it's like cutting out those spikes leads to everything kind of coming together. Balance is a huge part of my journey, which is why I want to keep putting these videos out so that you guys understand what I'm about, like what my perspective is. It's about balance, it's about harmony, it's about stability. And a lot of us really are on these extremes when it comes to emotions, and a lot of us get high on those emotions, and it actually clouds our ability to think, because we're always chasing the intensity. That becomes the goal. It becomes to find those moments of intensity, of extremes, in terms of dopamine, in terms of pleasure, pain. I hope you got something from this little conversation. It was completely unplanned, but I gotta keep getting on here and putting out videos, and it is helping. I'm so happy. Like, it's working. Being consistent in uploading is promoting my videos a little bit more. So yeah, we're in a process, and finding balance in the process and learning how not to be ashamed of where you're at is, I think, essential. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye.